when I came back to teach initially at Loras, I was, taking a big step, sort of trying out something new that I wasn't sure how it was going to work out. But I had liked Loras in Dubuque when I was a student. After I came back, I met my wife a few months after I came to work here. The interesting thing is she was a student at Clark the same 4 years I was a student at Loras, but we never met in those days. In those days, neither school was co-ed. So they had these dances that were called mixers. And so you'd go over to Clark, and the Loras guys would go over there. And it was kind of the guys were lined up in the gym along one wall, and the girls were lined up along the opposite wall. And so if you wanted to dance, you'd mosey over and find someone to ask to dance, But anyway, we didn't meet in those days. My wife was didn't reside on campus. She was a Dubuquer. She lived at home. But we met after I came back here to teach. And so she's got, her roots are in Dubuque. And I've always, when I came here to teach, I really liked Loras. I liked the campus. I liked the students. I liked the people I worked with. And I got a great enjoyment out of teaching. It was hard work. It kept me busy, but I just absolutely enjoyed it. So I did, when I finished my MBA degree, I interviewed at a couple of other places before I decided to come back to Loras. I interviewed at Whitewater and at Platteville. And I think I could have gone to either one of those places, but they would have wanted me to pursue a PhD degree in accounting. And that was quite a bit of work. It was going to take at least 3 years. And you would have to take several courses at Madison, at least in their program, courses in economics, graduate courses. And all of this was to get a doctorate in accounting. And then if I was going to come back to Loras to teach undergrad accounting, I wasn't sure why I needed to go through that. Most people I talked to about Loras said, oh yeah, you should do that, One guy who was a fellow faculty member I respected greatly in history, absolute scholar, bright, well-read, widely read individual. His name was Dr. Tom Augie. His son Andy is in the faculty now in the English department. But Tom, he said, "Oh, you don't necessarily want to do that. Go and get the doctorate." So I figured if I was going to teach at a small school like Loras, why do I have to go through all that work and just teach undergraduate courses in accounting? So I decided not to go to one of those other schools. I decided to come back to Dubuque, and it was a great choice, I think. And I mentioned earlier how I had those really nice experiences like the computer network or regional computer project, the Arts and Lecture Series Committee and all that. So I've always enjoyed my work here a great deal. I enjoy the students, I enjoy the people I work with. Our kids were all raised in Dubuque. It's just a nice place to raise a family, and my wife likes living here. So it worked out for us. That was, you said a few words. That was a long answer, but does that cover what you were asking about? Okay.